Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com. Here's your free pick in the Florida versus Missouri college basketball matchup on Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Of course, if you like all the free picks we have at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for one-on-one style service. Those are only available, though, by texting the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets, like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to this one. SEC action as Florida hosts Missouri. Of course, the SEC ends its regular season on March 9th, so a little bit of time left to go for these SEC schools. About a week and a half left to go in the regular season, while a lot of the smaller conferences, their season ends this weekend. But, we look at Florida, 19-8 on the season. They got off to a slow start, but they certainly have played well recently. 8-2 straight up in their last 10, 7-3 against the number. While for Missouri, it's been a season to forget. Of course, when they brought Gates over from Cleveland State to coach this team, the expectation was sky high, but at 8-19 on the season, 2-8 on the road, boy, it's tough to let a guy go this early in the process, and especially a guy like Gates, who, I tell you what, Missouri decides to go in another direction. He's going to be at no shortage of opportunities for him because this guy can flat out coach, but he hasn't shown that he can coach at this level. Is it the players? Is it the coaching? What is it? I'll tell you what, it's a team that's just not very good from top to bottom, and that is part of the problem here. The Gators, we knew they were talented coming in. Of course, Golden came over from Cal to take over this team about a year ago, about the same time. Well, yeah, same time that Gates was hired at Missouri. So pretty much, gone in a different way. But thinking of Florida, you kind of have a lot to work with to begin with, and that's why they made the coaching change to begin with. For Missouri, boy, they've just been losing game after game. They certainly were competitive against Tennessee and at Ole Miss, but last time out against Arkansas, once again, fell just short in that game, getting 5.5 and lost by 6. I think Missouri has been playing a little bit better over the last few games, but I don't know if that's enough in this spot, because one thing we know about the Gators, while they got beat by Alabama, gave up 98 points in Tuscaloosa, they won in Georgia by 6 in a game they were only laying 4, and they did not cover laying this same number against Vandy last time out. That game was at home in the Swamp, but it doesn't matter because one thing we know about Florida, okay, and this is, you guys can say whatever you want about me, I don't care. I've heard it all before, but at this point, we all know one thing about Florida. They love to beat up on the bad teams and celebrate like they've beaten a good team. So there are certain teams out there that just love to whoop it up against the bad teams, and then they act like they've actually accomplished something. Those of you that are Big Ten fans, you guys see this all the time, right, in your conference. But the thing is that this Florida team, they've shown that they can beat the Kentuckys of the world. They also show they can lose to the Kentuckys and the Texas A&Ms of the world. They've shown a lot of positive things this season. They've also shown a lot of negative early. Be interesting to see which one we see once the calendar flips to March. The Gators' defense, I believe, is suspect, and that's what I think is part of the problem. But Missouri's offense just isn't going to have a lot of threats. I think this is the type of game where Florida probably does put up a big number. They probably whoop it up. I mean, they're 203rd in the nation in three-point shooting, 141st in regular shooting. You watch how these guys handle success on the floor. Yeah, it's nauseating. But anyways, I'm still going to take Florida and lay the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.